you done primping yet?
Are you recording?
Yes. This looks snazzy. Look at that. Looking all nice for the people.
All right, where am I putting this? Can I set it there?
Yeah, I think that works. There you go. We're all set. Well, I think it's time to bring this family meeting to order.
Family meeting, I like it.
Sounds
You
so
all are our family.
professional.
Yes. We wanted to gather you all here together today to talk about 2025.
And to give you updates on some things that have happened in 2024. We have an agenda. We have notes.
Like any good family meeting
Yes,
would.
it has 5 things on it. So we're going to go through that with you today. Can you get us started with it? You've got to call it to order.
I call this meeting to order.
Oh my word. We're so like stupid.
First on the agenda.
I got to go get someone.
Kalyn's got to go get someone for this. We've had several of you ask, actually, how is Cody? Some of you have been worried that he's not with us anymore. He is still very much with us.
If you followed our journey kind of from the beginning of when we started YouTube again, we published a video before we went gate guarding that was called Devastated, because we received some really devastating news about Cody. Instead of the teeth issues that he normally has, the vet found a mass. He was diagnosed with a bone cancer that had created a mass in his... Trinity's like...
Trinity's wondering
she's got her nose up in his grill. So it was a mass that was growing in his mouth, affecting his teeth and making his mouth hang open, which is why you see that like he's, drooling a lot. We try to, dab his chin and everything and make sure he's doing okay, but we don't show him often just because we're not wanting to necessarily field all the questions of like, what's wrong with your rabbit?
Because if someone new comes to the channel, they don't know his story.
Right.
And so we try to show him in ways where you can't see that he's drooling and things like that. But he's happy. The meds are working.
The meds are working because the vet told us that he only had a couple of months. I was like, okay, how much longer are we looking at? 6 months to a year? She's like, a couple of months, which is why it was so hard to hear that. But it's been a year. He'll be 10 in January, which is on the high end of the 8 to 10 average of domestic rabbits. He's not in pain. The pain meds are working. I think the antibiotics are helping keep the tumor at bay. So he is still with us. Now, we take every day and every week as a gift because we have no idea how much longer he's going to be here with us. But just to give you an update that he is doing fine and he seems happy and as healthy as he can be.
And if you watch all of our videos going forward, we're not going to hide the fact if something were to happen with Cody.
Yeah, you guys will know.
There's no way we would just brush past that and just let it go. Cody's been an integral part of our family for the last 10 years.
And we have a lot of Cody fans out there. Like a lot of you are Trinity fans, which I agree. I mean, she is the best, but there's a lot of you rooting for Cody too. So we love that. Second thing on our agenda, we've got notes here. Okay, what to expect from the channel.
Can we take a quick break and get Trinity back up on the couch?
Yeah. Trinity, what are you doing?
If the camera has shaken at all, it's because Trinity keeps walking around.
There you go.
Lay down.
Lay down.
Lay down.
Down.
She got down when you had Cody. She got jealous.
She did. She wanted to know what was going on.
All right, so what to expect from Open Roading Channel in 2025. In 2024, we did a video every week, but occasionally I think we had 3, maybe 4 weeks off, but they were just random locations throughout the year where a video didn't publish.
They weren't pre-planned.
For whatever reason.
Yeah.
And now for almost 3 months, we've been doing the member videos on Tuesday. So this year, our goal is to keep doing what we've been doing as far as new premium free Friday content every Friday.
Premium and free go in the same sentence?
I mean premium, like it's our primo, it's our main content
focus. Like that's where the major storyline is.
Yes. So that every Friday, and then the Tuesday member video every Tuesday.
Which is just extra bonus content for the channel insider level. So these are things like we've read mean comments, or a bunch of liars glorifying RV living, putting many people to leave their homes and spending their life savings believing this nonsense. We've read through my old angsty teenage journals. It's not that I'm after him because of his good looks or anything. Don't get me wrong, it's just a benefit. We've taken you to places that we haven't featured on Friday.
We've got Swizzle Spoon, golf club, wooden shoes, mailbox, barber's pole, key, And those are for people who either A, want that bonus content, or B, they want to support the channel and help us like continue to keep this channel going.
That's kind of the schedule that we're looking at going forward.
But we want to schedule our breaks so a little bit better. So we're planning on taking 4 weeks off, one per quarter throughout 2025. We don't know exactly which week those are going to be yet, but that way for us, it's not quite so random. We'll try to put it maybe between seasons, like between a series.
Like a mini series,
as we go. But we're planning on taking 4 weeks off, and each of those 4 weeks off would be a week off from both the Tuesday and the Friday video for us to catch our breath.
So we won't be filming, we won't be editing, and we're gonna let you know when those are, when those happen, when they come up. So make sure that you stay tuned to the community tab on YouTube. Now, people who watch from their television, you guys aren't going to be able to access this on your TV, so make sure you have the YouTube app. Check in on the community posts. You've been starting to post a little more often there. So
and we put polls and stuff up there, but whenever we're not posting a video, we alert people. We say, hey, no new video this week. We'll see you next week. And we'll try to do a better job of letting people know, maybe in our videos, if we're going to take a break.
We are okay.
Yes, but that's going to go right into the third one, the third agenda item of this family meeting, and that is, what are our travel plans for 2025?
I don't know.
And speaking of the community, we'll leave a link to this community post. If you aren't familiar with our community, this will be a good way to get in. We actually have a poll where people can kind of vote to let us know what they think we should do. We've got 4 choices up there.
For the summer. So we should specify that is for summer. We know what we're doing for the winter. But for summer,
we've got some options.
We have like 4 different options. I don't know that you and I are leaning a specific way.
We're not.
So far, the community has been leaning towards one way. So
but it's a slight lean. Your vote can make a difference.
It can. Get out there for your vote.
And that poll isn't committing us one way or another. However, it does let us know, like, if one area starts to run away, it kind of will influence us.
Like, what do you want to see?
Yeah, exactly.
Because we obviously have places that we do want to go and we want to film and continue sharing our lives with you, but we want you to be interested in that as well.
Yep.
So those are the summer plans. Yeah, because you skipped ahead. You went straight to summer. So our winter plans, we are headed to Florida, and in the next 2 videos, you are going to have a mini series of, should we tell them exactly what it is?
Okay. It's fun.
We're avoiding highways. Usually I'm a planner. I at least know, like, okay, we've got a boondocking spot, we've got a campground booked, we even maybe know what Walmart we're gonna be stopping at. Absolutely nothing for this experiment of no highways.
We've done the trip from New York to Florida, or Florida to New York, dozens of times. And we always take the same route. And this time we were like, you know what? Let's just take back roads. And we learned a lot of things along the way.
We got in a few pickles.
We got in one major pickle. I don't know that there's enough room for me to do the turnaround.
The road is starting to shift a little bit. Yep, you're good. Those will be very interesting coming up, but it follows our journey to Florida. And this is where we have like an agenda to do Florida for as cheap or free as possible. So that means activities and lodging primarily, because
I would say lodging primarily. Some of the activities are going to cost probably a little bit more, but we're still not going to go like Alaska activity.
We're not going to Alaskafy Florida.
But we have some activities that we want to do that might cost a little bit more. But the big thing is lodging. Like if you can stay in Florida for cheap or free for an entire winter, you're winning. Big time. So
because it's so expensive. I mean, prices really jump in season here. Obviously, everyone is flocking, especially RVers, to the warmer states during the winter. So we're gonna keep track of like what we spend in those areas and also uncover some hidden gems. So when you look at Florida, you think, okay, obviously the beach, obviously Walt Disney World. We're going to go beyond that and find things that are like, what? That's in Florida?
And we lived in Florida for like 6 years and didn't go to a lot of these places. So we're following our own advice and trying to explore what used to be our backyard.
Yeah. We're also working on kind of a secret behind the scenes project that I don't know quite when we're going to launch in 2025, but we are letting channel insiders know what that is. So if you are curious, that video is actually already up.
It should already be up.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not up when we're filming, but we're trusting that it will be up by the time you
are going to
watch
get the inside scoop. And if it's not up, then we're nixing this section.
All right, so what is next on the agenda?
Yeah, and
this is the fun one.
This has more to do with why we sold so many things
Yes.
and why we sold especially the motorcycle.
So we mentioned in that video that we are now saving $140 a month, and we're just trying to trim our budget down because our home is aging. Our RV, our truck has 275,000 miles on it, which for a diesel, some people will say is just broken in.
Yeah.
But it's got some issues that are coming up. Fun fact, we've lived in this RV for 6 years full time, which is the longest we have lived in it. We've been married 17 years. It's the longest we've lived in a house.
Yeah, in a house structure. Yeah,
Yes.
because in Florida, even though we were in Florida for 6 years, they were split between like an apartment 1 year and 5 years in a house.
Yes.
Yeah, so
it's kind of crazy.
That's crazy.
But we're at the place where this RV either needs a major overhaul. We're at the place where we need to put a lot of money and time into this RV, or we need to think of changing rigs. Yeah. And Kalyn and I have spent a lot of time because this RV has treated us really well.
It's solid.
It's solid. It's got a big frame.
We're a little gun shy.
But we're both not really interested. There's two things. We're both not really interested in putting in the amount of effort. Like we'd have to tear the roof off, completely redo the roof. There's some work on the back end that needs to be done. Pretty sure the whole underside needs to be like looked at. And so there's just so much.
Plus the items, the furniture that we have inside is aging, like our table and our couch. And when you look at it, you think, okay, if we spend all this money in replacing everything, like why wouldn't we just maybe hold out for a little bit and buy a more updated rig?
Well, and I was going to say the second thing is if we do all the overhauling, we want it to be the space that we're happy living in for another 6 years. And as we have looked at this layout and lived in it, we know some of the shortcomings and we know some things we would like, and we can't fit that in this RV.
Yeah. Now, we're not committed to buying a new rig necessarily in 2025, but we are looking that way. And we're going to be at the Tampa RV show, so I don't know.
We don't know what will happen. Next week's video is not going to be a big rig reveal. No. We don't have that lined up. We have a plan going forward. So first thing we're going to do, we're hoping to purchase a new truck.
This winter,
This winter. That's first on the goal. We haven't had a truck payment in years.
I know, I'm not looking forward to that.
We haven't had a car payment in 6 years. So we're adding the truck payment. We're outfitting that so that it can tow this RV, but also tow the next RV. We have an idea of what we want in an RV, but like you said, we're not sure. We're not committed to any specific RV.
Yeah, we got to get the truck first. And one of the reasons why we decided to sell the motorcycle is because we didn't want to do the same setup on the front of the truck as for the new truck.
You were tired of looking.
I was so tired of looking through the handlebars, and I know some of you guys were too. You were like, oh, and then like, do you even use that motorcycle and whatever? But we would like to, like, for sure get another motorcycle in the future, but I think we want to haul it a different way.
Yep.
So it's just not something we want to customize this new truck with, and so we're okay living without it for a year. I don't know how much longer.
However long it is. But the goal is new truck, then new RV, and then new motorcycle if the new RV is capable of that.
So that's kind of the plan of where I see like us in RV life heading, just to kind of give you a heads up that that's what we're going to be looking at. Hopefully we get a new truck soon within the next, couple of months, and then we'll be working towards an RV. Maybe we'll even do work camping again.
We'll see.
To afford it.
everything is on the table as far as options are concerned. All right. That's 4 things. We're down to our last agenda item.
Okay, guys, this is really exciting.
This is kind of directly related to the previous one, too.
And it's nerve-wracking to share, because if it doesn't happen, I'm going to be really sad and cry.
Well, we put ourselves out there a year ago with we're going to try to earn $15,000 to go to Alaska. And both Kalyn and I, before we hit publish on that video, we're super nervous because we're like, the short time frame that we had given ourselves, we weren't sure that was possible.
And even when we started gate guarding, I remember looking at how many weeks of gate guarding we were going to be doing. And I'm like, I don't know, we might be short.
And we were like, we don't know if gate guarding was going to continue, like if we ended up with a gap in work, it was tough.
All we're trying to say is we set a really audacious goal that we didn't think we could reach, and we reached it.
So we're doing that again.
We're doing it again. So starting next year, we want to get to 100,000 subscribers in 2025.
Okay, how much? 100,000.
That is like 60,000 subscribers. The way at our current rate of subscribers,
when will we reach that?
It would be another 2 years.
Okay.
Like it would be 2 to maybe 3 depending at our current rate. So we're trying to make a push for 100,000 subscribers in 2025.
Yes. And to help us do that, we have some fun, crazy, special, unique ideas and video content that is going to unlock at certain levels.
And we're going to announce the first one right now.
Yes. So when we get to 50K, I don't know why I'm doing that. Drum roll? I don't know. When we get to 50K, we're going to have Joseph face one of his worst fears.
Well, you're coming with me.
Oh, I am coming with you. I'm just not scared of it.
Okay. This one's freaking me out.
Okay. We are going to go... you guys, we have to get to 50K for this to happen. 50K. So if you really want to see it, you gotta get us there. But we're gonna go python hunting.
I hate snakes. Like insert any Indiana Jones clip right here.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Snakes freak me. I would rather look a gator face to face than a snake.
And with us living in Florida for the time that we did, like we obviously went to the Everglades quite a bit just to see what was there, and you hear about all the Burmese pythons.
The snakes are an invasive species that have wreaked havoc on the Everglades ecosystem.
So there are actually professional python hunters that will go and capture them and get the eggs and try to get them out of there. So we're gonna like hitch our ride to one of them.
So if you want to see me freak out quite a bit,
you're gonna have to hold it.
You're gonna need to check to see if you're subscribed, because we know, we get little back-end statistics here that about 50% of the people that watch our videos on a weekly basis, this isn't just people that watch one-offs, 50% of the people that watch our video on a weekly basis aren't actually subscribed to the channel.
Why would they do this?
So
he's shaming you right now if you're not subscribed.
If that 50% just hits the subscribe button, we're probably going out and hunting Burmese pythons next week. Which I'm not sure I'm excited about, but I would be excited to hit the 50,000 mark.
But also double check to make sure you're subscribed, because we've had some people say, I was subscribed and then suddenly I'm not.
And it's happened to me. I've had a couple channels I've been subscribed to and then I'm not.
Other channels have said it's been happening to them. So I don't know what sort of thing is happening behind the scenes.
A lot of people think it's nefarious. I think it's just technology glitching out.
Just double check, make sure you subscribe, and if you enjoy the content that we share here, then share like our links on Facebook with your friends. You know, introduce them to us, because we would love to just like, the whole goal of the channel, I think for us, is we want to show you the reality of what it's like to live on the road, but we also really want to do it with positivity.
We want to bring people smiles.
Yes, we really want to entertain people. And so if you know people who haven't, discovered our little corner of the internet, send them our way, and we'll unlock extra videos when we hit 50K, 75 and then 100K.
And we think we have one more idea. We don't know if it's the 75 or 100K idea. So if you have ideas of what the content should be for unlocking 75 or 100,
we're open to
drop them in the comments, and we'll reveal what the 75 will be when we hit 50 and what the 100 is when we hit 75.
Yeah.
But pretty excited.
I feel like you're shaking over here. You're literally like so nervous of having to possibly hold a snake.
Not just hold a snake, but I've watched the videos. Like, it's not the holding. If someone hands me a snake, I can deal. It's the, hey, grab that snake with ticks all over it from the water, and like, no, it's going to be miserable. Absolutely miserable. But
I'm going to enjoy it. You guys are going to enjoy it.
But like Kalyn said, like, the sharing is key. We can put out all the content in the world, and we are dependent on the YouTube algorithm to push it out to new audiences. And sometimes YouTube does. A lot of times they don't. It depends on a lot of factors that we have no control over. But if you guys want to help us out, like sharing our stuff with other people,
free to do.
is huge for us.
So anyway, those are our...
Is that all our updates?
That's all our updates.
All right, I would like to make a motion that we adjourn this meeting. All in favor, signify by the raised hand.
This is bringing me back to like church business meetings right now. But anyway, I know this wasn't like a super fun and exciting video, but we did feel like it was necessary just to sit down because there were so many things we wanted to talk about and give updates on.
And I think we should do this every year.
I think so, yeah.
It's kind of like, what's the channel gonna do? Kind of a state of the channel or where we're going, that sort of thing.
I like that, state of the channel. So thanks so much for watching. And
thanks for subscribing. I'm seeing the subscribes tick up already from those of you checking. Appreciate it.
And we'll see you guys in the next video, which is our No Highway series.
So it wants me to turn exit here.
Why?
I don't know. It's telling me to exit here.
How did we end up under this bridge?
I don't know, but
it is so narrow.
holy smokes.